spontaneity and variability associated with ADHD. And as I discuss in my How to Build a Routine and Stay Consistent video that I will link down below, the key to any good routine is to accept that one day it will fail. You'll have a loved one's birthday and you won't work out, or you'll go traveling and get back and your flat will be a mess, or you'll get sick and you'll lose your daily gratitude habit. And I bet when any of that happens, you beat yourself up. That ends today, because you do not deserve your guilt to be holding you back from living a happier, healthier, more productive life because you missed a couple of days and you can't recognise actually the huge success that it was to build up that routine in the first place. And for you to rebuild your routine that took you so long to get right will be so much quicker to build up again than the first time round. Section 3, time wrangling, taming the ADHD clock. If you have no concept of time, you're constantly late to everything, even when you set all your clocks 15 minutes forward, then you may have experienced something called time blindness. Time blindness in ADHD refers to difficulties accurately perceiving and managing time. People with ADHD often struggle to estimate how long tasks will take, lose track of time easily, and struggle to plan ahead. This can lead to chronic lateness, missed deadlines, poor time management, procrastination, and low productivity. But what does the research say about evidence-based time management techniques for people with ADHD? Number 1, time tracking. This is using apps or journals to log how much time a task actually takes. For example, I used to never actually know how long it would take me to edit a video because I would get so deep into a hyperfocus. I wouldn't really pay much attention to when I started or when I finished, which made it so much more difficult when I had a video that I had to upload by 6 p.m. because I didn't know how much time to allocate to get it done. And even worse, often I would think that I would still be able to get it up if I started at 5 p.m. Now, in my experience, time tracking can interrupt hyperfocus, which is why I love to use intuitive digital trackers like Toggle Track that actually syncs with your Google Calendar. Or if I'm using Forest, I tend to add a little tag to the timer, which basically indicates what area of my life it is for. When I was in medical school, whether it was for studying or YouTube stuff or life admin. Number 2, using timers and alarms can be really helpful for some people in helping them stay on track and transitioning to new tasks. Personally, this isn't my favourite because I like to get into a hyper-focused state, and if an alarm goes off in the middle of my hyper-focus, that might break it. However, I do always do this if I have to be somewhere and I can't be late. So I'll do a timer 5 minutes before I have to leave, 10 minutes before I have to leave, 15 minutes before I have to leave, and probably also half an hour before I have to leave to make sure that I do not lose track of time. It could also be useful if you have the classic dilemma of having an appointment at 2 p.m. and being so scared to do anything before that time because you're worried you'll get distracted and miss the appointment. Because if you've got some timers and alarms going, it might give you that security to allow you to get into a productive state before having something to do later on in the day. Number 3, time blocking.